Hi everyone, it's Stephen Van Kampen-Lewis on January the 16th, I believe. Today I want to do a little bit of a show and tell. You can see a few blooms behind me. I'm going to do kind of a sneak preview. I have a lot of cool stuff in that's just opening up. So I think what I'm going to do this week is as these guys behind me sort of open up and color up a little more, I'm going to do a bunch of show and tells on all of them. But let's do a quick walkthrough of some of these guys that are opening and give kind of a sneak peek preview. And then let's take a look at this Phalaenopsis. All right, let's do a quick walkthrough to give, like I said, a sneak peek preview of what's opening right now. And then we'll take a look at this Phalaenopsis. As we're going through, you'll see that I've got a Rhyncholalia digbyana that's got a whole lot of blooms that are about to pop open. Over here, I've got a Cattleya maxima with buds in the sheath there. That is a con color. That's a super cool one. I think y'all will really enjoy that one. Over here, I have Ancylea africana putting on a big show. Got a Barcaria that's not on a great bloom, but basically it got repotted this year. And oh, as I'm filming this is the first time I've seen this. I have Cattleya amethystoglossa that I just noticed opening up. Very cool. One of the great things about doing regular walkthroughs is being surprised. Another surprise is this is the first time I've seen this. This is another Ancylea africana spike just starting. I think I've showed y'all these spikes here from the Cymbidium. They're getting really big, showing that Cymbidiums can bloom. The standard Cymbidiums can bloom here in Texas. I've got a primary hybrid, which I'll do a video about soon. This is my Cattleya nobilia or cerulean opening up, and the color is nowhere near where it needs to be, so I'm not going to do a video on that one quite yet. I've got Catasetum schunkii, Catasetum black knight just starting to open up. This is Fong Sing I got from Wynnum Green. It's not coming into focus. Cloacetum opening up. And I'm going to back out and then go down to the Phalaenopsis. Not on this level, but way down here. I'm going to push past this No ID Oncidium that my mom really likes and smells intensely fragrant. And I want to show you this Phalaenopsis back here. And yes, this is on the bottom level of 3 racks of orchids. And let's take a closer look. All right, I've pulled this one out of the greenhouse and I have it here out in the yard, kind of next to the greenhouse. And it's some dappled light. So let's take a look at this guy. So this is Phalaenopsis micholitzii, or at least that's what the tag says. Hopefully you can see that there. Let me pull this tag out here. I got this as a keiki some years ago. So you can see Phalaenopsis micholitzii. This keiki was popped off from a plant, as you can see, on 3/16. And it has, this is my first time seeing it bloom. It's put out a couple of spikes in the past before, but bugs have gotten them, or they just aborted for some reason. And so this is the really first time that I've gotten to see the actual blooms. So I'm pretty excited. You know, check out this spike. Let's see this guy here. If I can tilt it up, we can see that on the camera there. And you can see a really interesting Phalaenopsis. I would really appreciate, I'm not an expert on Phalaenopsis at all, but when I got the potential of grabbing this one, I jumped on it because I'd never heard of this species at the time. I don't even know that this is the correct identification. Online, micholitzii looks like it's just, it doesn't usually have spots on it. So I don't know if this is the correct identification. I would love to hear everybody's opinions and thoughts and in the comment section. I don't know enough about phals to give a definitive thumbs up or down to that particular identification. But I've zoomed in here so you can see the colors. You can see the hairs on the lip there are really interesting. And the overall presentation of this flower is really cool. It's so small. It is really sort of delicate looking. I'm gonna zoom out here and take a look at this flower over here. Zoom in. Hopefully the camera picks up on that. There we go. That looks a little better. Sorry for the wiggling. Let me see if I can turn it to the side. There we go. I want to get a good profile shot. Hopefully that will help with identification. What do y'all think? Is this micholitzii? You know, I showed you earlier how I grow it sort of on the bottom level of the orchid tower there below my nobiliores. But you can see the leaves are still a nice light green, so this is at the upper end of its lighting preferences, I guess. So it gets plenty of sun, it grows pretty quickly, puts on new leaves very regularly. It's got 2 spikes now. Like I said, this is the first big bloom that I've seen. This is the first bloom that I've seen. And the fact that it cranked out 2 spikes is really cool, and they are branching, as you can see. So I anticipate this one will be in bloom for months and months. Let me see if it's fragrant. No fragrance that I can detect on either spike. You can see that it's growing in this sort of bark, this cypress mulch. I have, look at that. I had not noticed this. This is another spike that has gotten wrapped up in the zip tie there. So I'm gonna clip that guy out, and that'll be a 3rd spike on this. So that's kind of cool. But you can see I've got slow release pellets in there. I have the purely organic in here. It's in a clay pot, so it dries fairly quickly. This one I grow outside during the summertime, so it seems to do just fine with 105-degree temperatures for months on end. And you know, it's getting down to 50 degrees on the really, really cold nights in my greenhouse, and it seems just fine with that. You know, I'm letting it dry out this winter like I am with all my orchids. So right now the roots I bet are very dry. You know, basically treating it like all my other cattleyas and catasetums, but in a shadier position and with media that stays a little wetter a little bit longer than the orchiata that I use. So seems pretty happy. I'm gonna clip that zip tie off and let that other spike unfurl, and I'll leave you with a photo here, or a zoomed in shot here of this flower. You guys have a great weekend. I plan to post a whole bunch more videos in the coming week.